What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode, or welcome to the first episode if it's your first time checking out our podcast. Just so you know, this is a podcast where we talk about sports and superhero entertainment news of the past week. I am one of your hosts, Sammy. I do the superhero portion of the show. Check out my host, Marcus. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, people? I was gonna say something, but I forgot it that fast. Yeah.
I literally forgot what I was saying halfway through what I was talking about, and then I was like, I'm supposed to be introducing the show. That's how it happens sometimes. You get brain fart and forget what you're saying. But this is episode 33, guys. Made 33 episodes so far. So good. Having fun doing it. Thank you guys for checking it out. But all that out the way, if you guys haven't already, go hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. All our links for our social media is in the bottom at the description. You go check out our TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, or Twitter, if you want to call it that.
Somebody call it that
What else
shit.
are we on? Oh, we're on Threads as well.
I still know
And
that.
check out our shorts. Our shorts have been doing good on YouTube too. So appreciate y'all watching those. Um, what else? I think that's it. Yeah. Also, you can leave a voice message if you would like to ask us a question. Link in that is in the description as well. You can do about a minute, minute and a half about anything you want to ask us about. As long as it's not no weird stuff, we'll probably answer it. Yeah, I think that's all little intro stuff out of the way. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. Hit us with that first sports topic, Marcus.
All right, so we're gonna talk about ESPN. They are
Okay.
launching a new app tomorrow, actually. So I'm just
Oh.
gonna give some details about that. Uh, ESPN is launching its streaming service and updated app with AI powered features like personalized videos with AI generated commentary from Sports Center anchors.
Mm.
I'm just right now. I'm just gonna give you like a basic price, and then like later on, I'll go through the different bundles and all of that. So the streaming service ESPN costs $29.99 a month, or 290 $300 a year, and
Ooh,
includes interactive features. The bundle options with Disney Plus, Hulu, Fox, and NFL Plus will also be available. I'll go into
okay.
further detail about that also later. Um, Current cable subscribers can access the service though some providers are still in negotiation. However, the company added full authorization remains unavailable through selected cable providers as yeah, ESPN. Why put the same thing twice? Um, so here are some of the cable services where you can get access out through your
Hmm.
cable, your subscription. It will be Comcast Xfinity, YouTube TV, Dish Network, Sling TV, and Cox. So through those cable providers, you'll be able to access that.
Okay.
If I remember, I'll give it a try tomorrow because I got YouTube TV. Um, it says the move aims to reach a broader audience aimed to cord cutting trends. Even though with all these fucking apps, you're going to be paying what you pay for cable again.
Very true, because
It's ridiculous.
they stopped doing password sharing on some of them too. So yeah.
And then, as you know, of course, you know Disney and ESPN. They hand in hand. Disney owns
Yep.
ESPN. It
Yep.
says Disney added 1.8 million subscribers to its streaming service, Disney Plus, during its most recent quarter, bringing total global subscribers to nearly 128 million.
Oh wow.
So now I'm just going to break down some of the bundles. One of the bundles is Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, and that will be $29.99 over the first year. After that first year, the bundles will cost $35.99 per month with ads, or $50 a month without ads. And then another bundle is ESPN and Fox, uh, which will that bundle won't be released until October 2nd, and that will be $40 a month. And then also, I don't know if you know this or our audience know, but NFL signed a deal with ESPN. So once the NFL season starts, there's another bundle of ESPN and NFL Plus, which also includes NFL Red Zone, and that will be made available September 3rd, and it'll be $40 a month.
Oh.
And then they have a lower price version of the streaming service with featuring narrow set of content for $12 a month or $120 a year. And then also, I don't know if you know this or our audience know this, but ESPN also signed a deal with WWE. So WWE live events will also be available on the app, the new
Oh.
ESPN app.
Because I thought, oh, the thing is Raw. I
Yes, there's
think I
Raw
didn't.
on Netflix. I think it's
Yeah.
Raw.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's Raw that's on Netflix. SmackDown is the I don't know if it's on network television or a cable channel. I can't remember.
Okay.
And then like for a while, see, this is why I got confused with this WWE event because I not that long ago. So WWE at one point in time had its own app,
Yeah.
and I don't think it wasn't doing too great. So then I know this year for sure all the pay per view events has been on Peacock,
Okay.
but I know that's this year. But now they said also live events will be on a new ESPN app. So I don't know. I didn't go that deep into the research and see how that WWE how they were operating, but yeah, that's what I have. And like I said, the app starts tomorrow, so I guess
Because
the
I
important
thought
days
ESPN already had an app, but I guess
they
this is a
do.
streaming.
Yes, this is because right now
Okay.
the app they've had for several years is just like you can watch whatever is on ESPN. You like log in with a cable provider and you can just watch whatever is on TV. You get access that way. But
Okay.
this new app is going to offer more things.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's going. You can get like videos geared towards you. They're using AI technology to personalize videos. Just
Oh.
so I imagine you'll pick what you like, which teams you like, blah blah blah. And then you log
Yeah.
in. And you will have sports clips personalized just for you and whatever teams you like. But it's like, but it'll be like the anchors are talking directly to you because
Yeah.
AI
Okay.
generates. I can't
I can
say
see
I think
that.
that's pretty cool, but I'm
I
not
can
paying
see
for
how
shit.
that could become interesting.
That would be yeah, that
It
would
does
be
sound
cool.
expensive. It does sound expensive.
Cause like back,
um.
cause like back in the day when I used to watch ESPN every day in high school, it was like, yeah, I don't care about this. I just want to get to the highlights I want to see, like that
Exactly.
dunk I heard about, or this game. Like, but now with this the way it sounds like the way this will be set up, you can get straight to it. You don't have to watch Sports Center for like an hour just to see
Yeah.
highlights from whatever game. I mean, you really don't have to do that now. There's so many internet that's advanced so far now where you can just pull it up from that team's
True.
personal page. But
Which is not a bad idea, but I get what they're saying. I get what they're doing. That's okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So one thing I was just gonna say is probably the most important date besides tomorrow will be September 3rd because that's when the bundle comes out from the NFL. Because NFL Red Zone is pretty
Oh yeah.
cool. Because then
Yeah,
you don't have,
I got it for
you know,
free for a little bit, and it
yeah.
was pretty interesting.
Yeah, because you can cut through all the games, but they're in the red zone. You don't have to. So you seeing
Exactly.
all the games that day and just seeing when they in score position. So, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it
Okay.
for my sports.
Okay. Side note, I know Hulu is supposed to be getting absorbed into Disney, so it's interesting they still kind of connecting it there like that because Hulu they've been talking about just absorbing it and getting rid of that app altogether and just have Disney Plus by itself with all the Hulu stuff on there and just make certain stuff 18 and over to get to or something like that. Um, so that's gonna be interesting what they do with that. But yeah, well, like I said earlier, a lot of the apps are doing the Netflix thing and stop letting you share passwords. I just got a notification from HBO Max. They're like, "Hey, we're about to shut down this password sharing. So all these people
Really?
on your account, you better let them know." Yeah. So I don't know. They might have gave a date. I didn't look at it very closely, but I think it's gonna happen either this year or the beginning of next year. So I'm like, gosh, darn it, that sucks. Uh,
I got rid of
so
them a long time ago. So and
yeah, I
then
still
once I
got them. That's where I watch Big Bang Theory. I go to sleep to that. That's how I go to sleep very
man,
easily.
man, if you don't turn to TNT or TBS or
I
boy,
don't have cable.
I think what I saw, man, that Big Bang Theory is on all damn near all the major cable networks. Think I was watching flip past MTV and Big Bang Theory is on there. Like, where they get this? Oh,
It's the most popular show right now, even in syndication. They supposed to be having a spinoff, but that's a story for another day.
mm,
I don't know if it's gonna be good, but they post that. Well, technically, it'd be their second spinoff because they had the Young
yeah,
Sheldon show.
Sheldon.
So
Yeah, didn't watch
yeah,
it.
so, so it'd be their second spinoff show. So, mm. But so speaking of spinoff things, um, Doomsday has been having some weird rumors come about, and the biggest one is Ryan Reynolds. Yes, Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool, he posted something on his um, X or Twitter, whichever one you want to
There
call
you go. There you go. Twitter.
it. He posted a picture of the Avengers sign with that circle A arc. Um, Anarchy A that was in Deadpool Wolverine. If you had to look close, it's pretty much that same sign, but the one he posted on Twitter was red, and the one in the movie was blue. Um, which made people get up in arms and think he's going to be in the Doomsday movie. But two different outlets say he is going to be on it, and the other outlet says he's not going to be on it. What outlets were those? 1 second. Oh, I know I have a picture of it. Uh, so
Also,
one outlet is the Wrap, and the other outlet is Deadline. So I believe Deadline said he's not going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars, and the Wrap says he's going to be in Doomsday, and possibly in Secret Wars as well. So we don't know for sure. It's up in the air right now. It's a rumor, but Ryan Reynolds' character Deadpool is very popular. Ryan Reynolds himself, his popularity has kind of declined a little bit because this whole situation with his wife and an actor she had in one of her movies, how it was either sexual harassment or they were treating him unfairly, and Ryan Reynolds got pulled into it because that's his wife and he kind of stuck by her, which I understand, but it seems like she was actually at fault in this, so he's getting a little backlash from that. On top of um Deadpool and Wolverine doing so well, it did $1 billion. It's a good reason why Marvel wants to put Deadpool back into their movies. But now all of a sudden, people don't like the Deadpool Wolverine movie as much as they did when it first came out. Me myself, I was iffy on the movie anyway. I thought it was okay. Wasn't great. I didn't think it was $1 billion movie, but touche, you made your money. I'm not hating, but I thought it was okay. Now people are really disliking the movie, and it's making the Deadpool character's popularity drop a little bit, which I'm surprised because Deadpool's fun. He's hilarious. He's good. Action's good. Always good. His character's really good, and I know people want to see Deadpool in the MCU properly and with those other characters, which I know people would love to see that, and that alone will probably boost the movie itself. So I think they're going to have him in it, but they're going to sprinkle him in here and there. If they do have him in it, this would be his first appearance in a PG movie. All his movies have been rated R, so this would be his first time in a PG movie. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't like the sounds of that one. You can't censor Deadpool.
It makes it very difficult. You can censor him if you get real creative and do some funny stuff with it. It could work.
With his character, they can make it work and it will be funny. But it's just like I want to see the raw,
understandable
cursing. I bet you definitely can do it, and it will definitely still be funny. Now that I think about it, I finally got that's my favorite superhero, Deadpool.
Deadpool, really?
Deadpool.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad one to be your favorite, but still weird. Still weird. But on top of Ryan Reynolds possibly being in this, him and Robbie Downey Jr., I think, have a love-hate relationship or something like that. There's a rumor that they don't necessarily get along too great, so it'd be interesting to see them on the press tour. If Ryan Reynolds is in this movie and they have press tour, it's gonna be interesting to see them on the press tour. I didn't know they had beef, just like I didn't know Cameron and what's his name?
Omar Gooden.
Omar Gooden have beef. They've been having beef for like 6 months. I was like, I didn't know this was happening.
yeah.
So that's crazy. Let us know if you heard about this beef in the comments. Let us know.
If you want, I can give you a backstory later. But,
okay.
How it started is really it's good.
I heard it started because Cameron didn't say his name right when he was talking about it or something.
More or less.
Okay. That's wild.
Because Omar Gooden, his brother's Cuba Gooding Jr. So Cameron was interviewing 50, and they were talking about like kind of B-list actors. And Cameron was like, B-list actors, kind of got to wait around for someone to come get them to, film a movie. And he was like, no disrespect, you're like Omar Gooding Jr. And then Omar to the fence. Actually, I didn't know he can rap. His raps is
I heard his bars. Bad. He has some bars.
He has some bars. Bad. But that's how it started. A little back and forth on social media. And then most recent, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your segment.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you the end of it. So it was either this week or last week, because Cam is petty. Cam was very petty.
Very petty.
He hired Omar to do a movie that's not actually going to come out, and in the scene that they filmed, the other actors was talking about Omar in the scene, but they're speaking Spanish. So they're talking about him, calling him a fat bleep, just talking about him. Cam is watching it from his house, laughing and whatnot. And then Cam released it on his show because Cam got his own show separate from the sports podcast. His own show. And then he released the footage. He was like, oh, I want to release the footage on Revolt because he signed a contract. That means I can do whatever I want with the footage. And he released the footage. Then Omar dropped another diss track, and Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
He done
whole
dropped like 4 different diss tracks
four.
about him,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Jesus.
Cam has not responded in any raps at all. It's been all trolling comments and then hiding for a movie that's never coming out. So
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy stuff. I think superheroes need some kind of beef like that to happen. They need something like that to get that pump up. That would be great.
oh, also actually I have a superhero question to ask you. Actually, I
Okay.
saw this morning. I don't know if it's true. So I guess this was in a comic book. It was like this petty thief in Gotham figured out that Batman is what's
Bruce
his name?
Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. He figured out it was Bruce Wayne. And then he had this information, and then he went to go sell it to the most evil villains in Gotham, but no one really paid him any attention. And the little petty thief was confused of why no one wanted this information that Batman is Bruce Wayne. And then it was like Two Face pulled him aside. It was like, if we reveal that Batman is Bruce Wayne, then more or less we're fucked because then he doesn't have the human side. Batman doesn't have that human side of him. He can just go at
Oh,
us and kill us and beat the hell out
oh,
of us, and the human part of it is gone out the window. And I saw that this morning. I was like, I don't know if it's true. So I guess my question is that true? Or was it just some
um,
BS video I saw early this morning?
it could be true in some comic book universes. Most of the time, so realistically, how it's supposed to be in most comic books, Bruce Wayne is his alter ego. He is really Batman. Like, it's not the other way around. Like, Batman is his alter ego and he's really Bruce Wayne. No, he's really Batman and
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is his alter ego, but it's not to keep him from being uh more malicious or anything. He still has a code as Batman.
Mhm.
Him not being Bruce Wayne won't stop him and make him a killer or anything like that. In most comic books, he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Um, he has a "I'm gonna bring you to justice" thing. There's a couple heroes that are like, if you just killed this guy, he wouldn't have killed this many people. Like you killed the
Deadpool.
Joker, he wouldn't have killed this many people.
Deadpool.
Yes,
He's that guy.
Deadpool's a murderer. He doesn't care. 100%. So yeah, in some continuity, I can't say that word. In comic books, that could be a thing. Because there's a lot of Elseworld stories and different versions of Batman, and even Bruce Wayne. So that could be something in one of those comic books. 100%.
And then one more
That's an
thing.
interesting take, though.
And one other thing. I did say Deadpool is my favorite, but I might have to retract that just a little bit. Wolverine is up there too because, as you know, myself, I am Wolverine. I won't
You're
go into
not
details.
Wolverine, Marcus.
Sammy knows what that means when I say that. Why I'm saying that, but I am Wolverine.
You're not
And that's all I'm
Wolverine,
saying.
Marcus.
I'm Wolverine.
You're not
I'm Wolverine. I
Wolverine.
showed you the evidence yesterday. Showed you the evidence yesterday. I am Wolverine. And that's all I got to
With
say.
that being said, Marcus, go ahead and hit him with the second sports story.
Uh, well, I'm trying to put away the move. Speaking of beef, I saw this was actually shocking to me. So, do you know the history of Dwight Howard and Shaquille O'Neal?
I know Shaquille thinks the white is soft, and he
Yeah.
hate that he tried to do Superman and try to take Superman emblem from him. And he was like, I was the
Mhm.
only one doing that.
Yeah.
That's about as much. I know Dwight is like, why don't you give me the respect I deserve? Because Dwight
Mhm.
is a great player. Like he's a great player, and he feels that Shaq doesn't respect him for that. So I know Dwight hates that, but that's
Okay.
about as much as I know.
Well, that's the whole synopsis. So,
Okay.
check this out. You did very well with that. Great answer. Shaq is introducing Dwight Howard in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
Who saw that coming? Right?
That's surprising as mess.
So yeah,
I thought Shaq has gone on record. He's like, no, I know Dwight's a good player. I just think he saw.
apparently they met up, they squashed whatever beef they had,
Okay.
and now Shaq is going to introduce Dwight Howard into the Hall of Fame. I mean, because they
Okay.
both played in Orlando,
Yeah.
and they're both their stints in Orlando. They both played very well. Let's see, Shaq got to the finals in Orlando. Dwight Howard got to the Eastern Conference Finals in Orlando. Didn't wait. No, wait, I am wrong. Wait, no, I think they did get to the finals. Yes, they played the Lakers. Kobe. Oh shoot.
Who, Dwight and
See, can you just see? Just
let me
Google if
see.
Dwight Howard played in the NBA Finals. So, like you said, Sammy, Shaq and Dwight had beef because Shaq would criticize Dwight Howard. Shaq said he was doing it to motivate him, kind of like how Shaq did with Kobe. Dwight was like, I took it as disrespect. The comments he would say, because like you say, he would call him soft and say he's not Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaq really took offense. It felt like, I can't say for sure, I don't know Shaq, but it felt like Shaq really took offense of people calling Dwight Howard Superman because that was Shaq's original nickname and everything.
Yeah. I think he really
So
got upset with that.
yeah,
Dwight did play the Lakers in
Lakers.
Orlando in 2009.
There we go. You're right. Because as soon as I said out, like that's not right. They did get to the finals. So both of them got Orlando to the finals, and they both
Okay.
ended up losing in the finals.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they squashed their beef. Kind of talk about their feelings, and
Mm-hmm.
now Shaq will be introducing Dwight Howard in the Hall of Fame. I gotta say,
Okay.
I
Okay.
like this. I'm glad
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
were able to talk like grown men, have a man to man conversation,
Very
squash it,
true.
and now they can move on. Because honestly, well, I won't go that far, but they both on their time in Orlando, they did great things for their team.
Yeah. Yeah. They did real good things.
And
Um,
Dwight
Shaq
Howard,
definitely put that team on the map. Uh,
Shaq and
and
Penny.
he
Don't
left
forget
him
my
with a
guy Penny.
decent. I'm not forgetting you got Penny,
Don't forget
but
about my
Shaq
guy
did
Penny.
definitely put that on the map. Like that made people pay even more attention to Orlando because of that. Like he made a lot of fans of Orlando because of that.
Fun fact.
And Dwight did a decent job when he was there too.
Fun fact.
Um,
I would tell you a quick story of how Penny got drafted to Orlando. So, have you ever seen the movie Blue Chips with Nick Nolte, Shaq?
yeah.
Okay, so they were filming that movie. Shaq and Penny was in that movie. That's the first time Shaq had saw Penny. It was when they was filming that movie Blue Chips. And
Okay.
then Shaq, when he went back to Orlando, he was like, I saw this kid Anthony Hardaway. He played college at Memphis. Penny did. But I saw this kid. You got to draft him. So, if I remember correctly, Orlando originally drafted Chris Webber. Uh, and Chris Webber played at Michigan, part of the Fab
Mm-hmm.
Five. Really good player, very good. But I mean, they already had Shaq, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
although that would have been dope. Shaq at center, see Webber at the fold. That would be nice because see was more like he was a power forward, he's a big guy, but he can handle the ball. So he was like a
Mm-hmm.
point forward. But anyway, Orlando drafted C Webb, and then they end up trading him for Penny. Let's see, because C Webb was drafted number one overall in '93 by Orlando. And then he got traded to Golden State. So Golden State drafted Penny, and then they swapped players on draft night, and that's how Penny ended up in Orlando. They had a good run. And Shaq left Orlando for LA, and Penny had a bunch of injuries. Chris Webber went on to have a good career. Some of his best years was in Sacramento. Yeah, he played. He had some good years in Golden State too when he played for them. And yeah, that was just a little side.
So, are they drafting him into Orlando's Hall of Fame or not the basketball Hall of Fame?
No, Dwight Howard went to the NBA Hall of Fame.
Okay.
A lot of people feel like because Dwight is not on the 75 greatest players list of the NBA, and a lot of people feel like I'm one of them. Feel like he should be on that list.
Yeah.
Orlando Dwight Howard was a problem, and he had.
So, if you were to take somebody off the list, who would you take off to put him on?
Well, I have to pull up the list. Maybe we'll do that next week.
Okay.
Because there's definitely some names, but I feel like for some of them it's not fair because like I don't know who this is. Like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him. I'm not familiar with his game. But
like, that's an even better question. Should everybody on the list be known? Is it just a list of nostalgia?
I don't think that's fair either because, like us, we don't know some of the lesser known players in the 60s and 70s. Yeah,
True.
We know Russell, Wilt, Cousy, Casey Jones, Pistol Pete Maravich. We know those names, but for them guys we don't know. So I don't necessarily think that's fair either. That
they got James Worthy. I don't know who that is.
But James Worthy was a hooper. But you could argue. You could argue. But Big Game James, North Carolina, played with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Moses Malone. I don't know who that is.
Philadelphia 76ers. Big man.
Steve Nash, you can keep that. Robert Parrish, I think his is.
Yep.
I don't know who
Boston
that
Celtics.
is.
We play with Bird, I will say some might say you take off Dame and put Dwight because Dame is on there.
I just seen Dave right by Bob Cousy. I don't know who Bob Cousy is. So
play for
there's a few names in there. I have no idea, but I'm not the biggest basketball fan. You see, Marcus knew them people immediately.
Yeah.
Giannis is on there. So here's the question. I didn't see Curry. I'm pretty sure he's here. I just don't see
Steph
him.
Curry on the list.
Okay. Is what's his name from Memphis? Our Anthony Davis. Is he not Anthony Davis, sorry.
Anthony Davis is on the list.
Anthony Edwards. Who's Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis, he plays
tall, light-skinned dude. Gotcha. Yeah.
From Chicago, who's a Packers fan. That's why he's always hurt.
Okay. That was a cheap shot, Marcus.
It wasn't a cheap shot. It's the truth.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is not on here.
No. Way too early. Way. Like Russell Westbrook is on the list. See, you probably don't know who.
Russ is on there. Russ, what's his name? I just saw him.
I'm trying to look for
you got Carmelo Anthony.
Yep, Melo's on there. I would not take any Melo slander.
All I'm saying is Melo didn't win a championship.
There's a lot of people on the list that did win a championship.
That's very true. Very true. Yeah.
Steve Nash, Chris Paul.
Dame is on there.
Let's see. I'm just looking.
Uh,
Like, who is Bill Sharman? I don't know what that is.
what's that one dude that
Dominic
got the
Wilkins ain't never
show?
won.
Allen Iverson they never won, but I get why he's on the
Yep.
list. So James
Yeah.
Harden is on the list.
That's a W. You can
Um,
make an argument.
yeah, I understand why
Yeah.
Kawhi is on there.
Charles
I understand why
Barkley,
Dirk is on there.
Barkley on the list. Never won a
Um,
ring.
yeah,
Barkley's good though.
Barkley is good. I'm not seeing
Like,
what's the dude that got traded to the Lakers from Texas?
no, it's too early. Luca can't
Dallas.
be on this list. Too early.
So I'm just saying Luca can't be on the list. Who is the newest player on this list besides Curry?
The newest? Because I mean,
Would it be Anthony Davis?
not well. Okay, so current players would be Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, uh, LeBron, Anthony Davis. Who else is currently playing that's on this list? Kawhi
Curry,
and,
Kawhi,
and Dame.
LeBron, Giannis.
Dame, Giannis, James Harden. So those
Okay.
are all current players that's still playing league that's on the list. So I might, I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I really need to see the criteria, what they feel need is the reason why these players are on the list. Certain players, I understand the criteria; they are the best. Understand them. They
Yeah,
change fundamentally the way the game was played. Stephen Curry clearly needs to be on the list because he changed the way the game was played. He made people. I was just Iverson changed the way people dribbled in the NBA. He brought on a whole different need for defense in a way you couldn't imagine. Uh, LeBron is just an unstoppable machine at a certain point. You just like he's LeBron. To be that dominant for that many years, understandable. Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. We get that.
hey,
Anthony Davis is weird though. Like,
what about this is just me just seeing what you're gonna say. What about Russell Westbrook? I just want to see. I'm not saying he should or should
well,
not.
apparently Russell Westbrook was holding a triple double for like what 4 or 5 years in a row.
He averaged a triple double for a season. He's the second player to ever do that in NBA history behind Oscar
Yeah,
Robertson.
that stat alone should get you there. That stat
And
alone, understandable.
he had another crazy stat line when Nipsey died. He had a 20-20-20 game, the rolling 20s. That
Okay.
you being from LA, you understand what that means.
Yeah. I get
Uh,
that.
what about
Jason
Dame?
Kidd, like, was
Don't
he a great point guard? Yes. Um,
you disrespect J Kidd.
I'm
Don't
not
disrespect.
disrespecting. I'm just putting it in, trying to put it in perspective. What is the criteria to be on that list?
Okay, so
That's all.
what you think about Dame?
Yeah,
I knew I'd get you with that one.
I'm like, should this dude be on the list? Uh,
What
like
about James Harden?
James Harden did change. Like I know step back was a thing before him, but he made it even more popular. He made it a signature thing that people strive for at that point. Like I can't think of anything that made Dame did that people were like, oh, we have to do this. James Harden did something that people stood up and was like, we have to start doing this. Like, and it not ruined, but you can see the impact it had on the NBA for a good period of time, and even recreational sports, people playing basketball, you can see the impact. Everybody trying to do step backs every 2 seconds. It was just clear.
What about Kawhi?
Kawhi was a double threat, defense and just pure scoring ability at times. Like he defensively stop your all star, but then he still would score on your all star. Like, and that's for somebody that barely knows basketball but understands the dynamicness of him on both sides of the ball, which a lot of players are usually only one side of the ball dynamic. He was both sides of the ball just as good. And his simple approach to the game, heard somebody say, like, yeah, we're trying to keep these two guys from switching because he can't guard that guy. And he was like, that guy shouldn't be in the game then. If he can't guard everybody on the floor, why is he here? Just that simple aspect of it. I was like, yeah, he's right.
All right, what about Giannis? Because James Harden said the only thing he does is run and dunk. Those are James Harden words, not mine. But
yeah, but he does it better than any other tall dude out there. And he takes over games and does the same move 30 times, and you still are not able to stop it. Like, my other question is, what's the name? What's the little French guy? Does he get on here? The other French guy too. Shit, half the who?
About Victor Wemby?
Yeah, does Wemby get on this? Because Wemby
too early. It's too early.
But what about what's his name?
Got to the league.
What's his name? Is he on the list? The other dude from the Spurs.
Tony Parker?
The other French dude. What's his name?
Tony Parker?
Yeah. Is he on the list?
Nope. Or are you talking about one of my all-time favorite players, Ginobili?
It's both of them dudes. Like, they were dominant. Like, yes, I understand Tim Duncan be on there.
So I got one other question. I just want to see what you gonna say.
Okay.
Melo. Yeah, I think we should go to the next segment. We should go to the next segment.
I don't know about Melo. Like, is he a good player? Is he a great player? Yes, Melo's a great player. Is he a superstar? Yes, he is a superstar.
Melo should have won Rookie of the Year, in my opinion.
Should he won Rookie of the Year? Probably so. I heard he had better numbers.
Or at the very least, Helmut LeBron should have been co-Rookie of the Years.
I agree.
So I wholeheartedly believe that he should either been co-Rookie of the Year or won it. I will die on that hill. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not arguing with nobody in the comments.
Was Kyrie on here?
No. Kyrie's one of my favorite, also one of my favorite players of all time.
The fact that Kyrie's not on this list, but Carmelo is.
So I would say the reason Kyrie's not on the list does not have to all do with basketball.
Yeah.
Whole situation. Yeah. So I'll just leave it at that. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm a Kyrie fan. I am a Kyrie fan.
Yeah, I'm a Kyrie fan too. He definitely changed the game. He's a game changer. He made kids start practicing backboard shots. He made kids learn different angles of the backboard that they never thought was possible.
Well, he got that from his godfather, Rod Strickland. Y'all had time, go look up Rod Strickland. He did the same thing. Kyrie, he was doing the same thing in the 90s that Kyrie's doing now, but it's the '90s, so it don't have the it. It's the same, but it's not. If you understand
Okay.
what you
Yeah,
understand what
I
I
get
mean.
what you're
Just,
saying.
look,
I get what you're
if you
saying.
have time, go look up Rod Strickland and look at his highlights. You'll see what I'm talking about.
But also put in the comments, let us know who you think should have made the list that didn't make the list.
Derrick Rose. I don't care what y'all say. That's if he won one championship in Chicago, he would be my GOAT. Derrick Rose. Okay, I'm done.
I forgot about Derrick Rose too, but yeah, that's
Nah, I'm Derrick Rose. That's all I'm saying. Derrick Rose, Southside.
okay. Okay, I give you that. I give you that. Okay. Speaking of crazy, I don't even have a segue for this. We just gonna talk about it. Peacemaker 2 season 2 is I
You
didn't have a
tried.
segue.
You
I
tried.
tried. I couldn't pull nothing. Uh season 2 of Peacemaker is coming out technically today. When this is posted, it'll be today. We record these on Wednesday, but it's coming out Thursday today, technically, while you're watching this. Um we will be reviewing the first episode next podcast, but there has been early reviews of the show, and people are pretty excited about it. They're happy about it. They say it's James Gunn's doing James Gunn thing. The season starting off just as good as the first one. All those positive things. I think the Rotten Tomato score was like 100% for the first like 23 scores so far. Of course, that would get adjusted as more people um, give their thoughts on the show and all that good stuff and rate the show and all that. But so far, people are very excited about it. Um, James Gunn has been on the press tour for season 2. He went from press tour of Superman to press tour of season 2 of Peacemaker. I am very excited to watch the show. As you know, I liked season 1. I even watched a guy that not a guy I follow on TikTok, but I came across one of his TikToks where he talked about he did not watch season 1 for the longest time because he just hated Peacemaker. I don't know if he hated John Cena or James Gunn, but one of those factors. But after seeing Superman, he said he decided to give Peacemaker a try. He watched the first season or the first episode of the first season, and he was like, you know what? It's not a bad show. It's actually a decent show. He was very much surprised. He was so upset that he didn't watch it. He like told himself not to watch it for so long. Now he's like, I might have missed out on a show that actually is good. So it's really cool to see. The word is they do have a new dance intro for season 2. If you didn't watch season 1, they had this crazy dance intro that went viral. People loved it. It was hilarious. I liked it so much I never skipped it. Every time I watched an episode, I would let it play. And there is a skip button to skip it, and I did not skip it. They say this season will connect more to this new DC universe they're doing. They're starting up and getting going. It's supposed to be a lot more different dimension type stuff in this season 2 from the trailer we saw. There's a chance of, I know somebody was wondering, would there be some Watchmen in this? Because technically DC owns Watchmen now, so they could do some stuff with that. I think that would be interesting, but maybe a little too much for non-comic book readers. So maybe slowly, gradually go into that. There's also rumors of, depending on how well this goes and the next couple superhero movie goes for DC, we might get a solo Peacemaker movie. Now, do I think he should have a movie? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have to see the second season, see how well it does, and it leaves something on a bone for you to have a movie. Okay, I can see him being in other people movies. Totally fine. As you know, he was in the Superman movie for a little bit. I can see him being in other superhero movies. That totally works for me. Totally fine with that. For him to have a solo movie, I'm not quite sure he has enough on the bone for that. Especially after the second season, depending on where it leaves off. But it is. possible they could do it, but more realistically, if it's something you have to force, you probably shouldn't do it. You guys are already on a very tight rope right now because your Superman didn't do as well as you would like it to do financially. Critically, people love it. People love it. I loved it. I definitely think it should have did better in the box office. It's a great movie, very good movie, but financially, it's not hidden like it should. So they I think they're gonna make a profit on it because they didn't spend as much as people think they spent on it, but it's not at the same level as the Man of Steel movie or the Batman movie, which if you're bringing in the Batman and Superman into the same universe, you kind of want them to be on a same par financially. But at this point, it might seem like we might have two Batmans. We have a Matt Reeves Batman and a James Gunn Batman, just to keep those two universe separate. Because if your the Batman does really well, you want to keep that on that track, and you don't want to get it diluted over here with the Superman. Even though Batman has always been a more popular financial character for DC, his movies has always made more than Superman. Even though I think they have the same number of movies at this point in time. Hold on, let me think. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, four. No, Batman's ahead in movies. Counting solo movies. Batman's ahead in solo movies. I think he has 8 or 7, and I think Superman only has 6 or 5. Um, but he's always been more popular financially at the box office. I can understand keeping those separate. But yeah, I'm super excited for Peacemaker season 2. We will be talking about it. We're not gonna do like extensive breakdowns, but I'm gonna talk about the episodes as they come out on the podcast. That would be its own subject of the podcast. You know what I'm saying, people. I'm just excited. Let me know in the comments. Are you excited for season 2? Are you starting to watch season 1 to catch up? All those good things. Or if you didn't like season 1, why did you like it? What about it that you didn't like? Talk to us. Let us know. Hit us in the comments. All that good stuff. But with that being said, Peacemaker 2 coming out today. Go watch it. If you like that, if you're not, there's some other stuff coming out later. So you can watch that.
All right. So, John Wall. You know what that is, Sammy?
Yeah, I know John Wall.
John Wall has announced his retirement after 11 years in the league. He expressed his gratitude and his supporter. No, expressing his gratitude to his supporters and stating he gave the game his all. His post career, he will be joining NBA on Prime as an
Okay.
analyst. Uh, he was a top pick in 2010, first pick overall to the Washington Wizards. Got drafted out of Kentucky. John Wall was a 5-time All-Star and an All Defensive Player before, like late in his career, he had a bunch of injuries. Like 2018
Mm-hmm.
was a bad year for John Wall. 2018, he experienced multiple left knee injuries, including inflammation and requiring surgery. And then in late 2018, he had heel surgery, and that led to him rupturing his Achilles tendon after he fell at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I remember he said there was one point in his life, I think, I don't want to mess this up, but there was one point where he was like really down in the dumps. I want to say he had lost his mom. And he was really down in dumps, depressed, and he you know, he, he's thinking about, unaliving himself at one point. I want to say I'm glad he came out of that and he's doing better.
Yeah.
Depression is a terrible thing. I mean, I've been there once in my life, not to the point where I thought about unaliving myself, but I've experienced depression myself. So glad he was able to come out of that and was able to continue to live his life. But I'll say shout out to John Wall. Great player, amazing player to watch. He was definitely one of the quickest guards in the league. When he was in league, it was fun to watch point guards because you had John Wall, you had Westbrook, and Derrick Rose. Like my three favorite point guards at that time because they all was very quick, had different styles, but you did not want to see them coming downhill getting to that basket. Those guys very quick. John Wall averaged 18.7 points and 8.9 assists per game for his career. And he's only 34. He's still young.
Oh, yeah, he's super young. Okay.
Yeah. And he still can hoop. You know?
You think he'll be in the big three?
He could. I think if he does decide to go that route, I think he will be very productive. Very productive.
Who is it? Michael Beasley? No.
Yeah.
Who's he out there killing me right now?
He's doing a lot of trash. Well, legend has it is he's one of the best one-on-one players.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
One of the best ever. Legend has it. He's giving your boy LeBron fits in practice when down the
that's what I heard.
To the point it was like, bro, like, no. Who is that? I can't remember the player name, but he was like, blah, 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 guarded me today. Fuck all that. I'm trying to lock your ass up. No, you not guard me today. Hey. I'm just gonna say this.
He's the best to do it.
I'm gonna say this one thing. We can go on to the next topic. I'm leaning in. Jordan would never say that. Jordan was like, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Jordan would never.
We don't know because we don't know.
No, we know. Ain't no debate.
We don't know.
We know. Jordan would never.
Ain't nobody talking from Jordan's era. Ain't nobody talking about those one-on-ones played in practice.
Jordan was feared. Nobody feel LeBron. You feel LeBron? Like that nigga. All right, man. Whatever.
But side note, if you are dealing with any depression, please get help. Please look for a therapist or find someone to talk to. Don't try to go it alone. Take care of yourself. Mental health is a huge thing to be on top of. Make sure you're getting the help you need and don't suffer in silence. 100%.
Yeah, and it's difficult because, like me, I'm a private person. I don't like telling. I don't feel comfortable telling a stranger my personal business or what I'm thinking. But a lot of times, those are also the best people to talk to as a therapist because you're not going to get a biased opinion. Versus you talk to someone you know who may or may not. I don't know what type of people you have around you that may or may not side with you. And so, if you're going through it, like Sammy said, please seek the help you need because that is
definitely
a terrible thing. Thing. There's a lot of people who suffer in silence. Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So for our last topic of the night, we're going to talk a little more about Vought Rising. Yes. The second spinoff from The Boys. Literally after last week's podcast, that was after we finished recording it, about an hour or two later, they released still photos of some of the characters in the show in full costume. So we're going to talk a little bit about their costumes, about their look, and just break down these characters a little bit. Hold on, let me pull up the picture. So we got to look at.
You got all the characters this time?
I got
You got
It's
all
only
7, 10
4.
of them. You got all
There's
7,
only
10 of them.
4. Shut
Oh,
up. This is a different thing.
hey. I want to make sure you got all 7 to 10 of them who's in the show. Okay,
This is
I'm
a
just trying to
different
look out
show.
for you.
This is a different show altogether. This is not the same
No,
show.
I understand that, but I'm just saying I want to make sure you got all of them and all the actors that played in the other show and in
I
this
don't know.
show.
I don't know if these actors played in another show either.
Just want to make sure you got your
But-
facts right, man. You know how your fans are.
yes, I understand. But from the first still picture we got is Soldier Boy in his costume. It is very different from his costume in The Boys. It is a different retro look, which I think is okay. I think it's an okay look. It's this green looking thing. He's got like a trench coat. He's got a mask too. So this is clearly in the beginning of his superherodom where he felt he needed to hide his face or something like that. Um, it does have a 50s feel to it, an old 50s superhero feel to it. So they hit dead on that. So I give him credit for that.
Quick
The
question.
next one,
Quick
go
question
ahead.
before you go on. Does he have on white sunglasses that says Soldier Boy on the front?
No, he does not.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Every time you say Soldier Boy, that's the first person that pops in my head.
I understand. I had to
Okay.
get that out of my head too. I understand. Uh, the next actor is, well, the next character is Bomb Sight. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Bomb Sight. So he has a more of an aviator look with a kind of aviator jacket, arms, weird little belt buckle. Uh, he gives off that what is that? Not Rocket Man. Uh, there's a superhero. It was a hero with a rocket pack. I forgot the name. It was a movie back in the day where he had a rocket he put on and he fly. Ah, dang it! I'm blanking on the name. If you guys know, put it in the comments. But he kind of
Superhero
has that
person.
look. Well, it's not a superhero, but it was a hero, and his whole thing was having a rocket pack. He built it, and dang it, what's the name of that? The Rocketeer. The Rocketeer. Okay.
Okay. Never heard of
So
it.
check that out. He has so Bombside has that kind of look to him, a Rocketeer look. And it's okay. It definitely screams 50s. And the next character is Torpedo. So Torpedo, I think that's Torpedo. Yeah, Torpedo left to right as Torpedo. I think so. So Torpedo, I think Torpedo is um what's the name? Sidekick actually. I think he's Soldier Boy's sidekick. And he has a very old school Gundam look, like when the officers in the Gundam, uh, the way their uniforms look, his uniforms looks like that with a little bit of sci-fi flair to it, a little bit. His his uniform to me looks the coolest, I would say, because it has this futuristic look, but it also has this Navy space hero look to it. I think it looks kind of cool, at least to me. Out of all the costumes, out of all the people, so yeah, he's got the coolest look to me. And then you have, last but not least, I think her name is Angel, Private Angel. That's a female in the group. Her costume is very pinup, 50s pinup girl uniform looking with the little hat and everything. Um, kind of a kind of a just a female version uniform of the Navy uniform a little bit. Her uniform, of course, she's got really short shorts because it's comics, and I think she has fishnets on. Her gloves look kind of cool, but other than that, not too crazy. We'll see how that looks in the show. Um, yeah, like I said, they released these stills. Interesting looks for the characters. This is a pre-boy show, so it's taking parts in the 50s at the beginning of the start of the Vought organization when they just kind of started doing everything with superheroes and bringing the company, making superheroes and stuff like that. So we're going to see the origins of Vought and how they happen, which is kind of interesting. Um, I'm slightly excited for this show. I definitely will check it out, but I'm not super excited. I'm more excited for Gen V second season coming in September 29th. Uh, but yeah, Vought Rising, we'll see how it goes. Definitely be more interested once we get a trailer for it. But I think the trailer will be probably not until next year because they have Gen V this year, The Boys season 5, the final season coming next year, and I think after like towards the end of the season of The Boys, they'll put out a trailer for Vault Rising to kind of keep you on tag. But this being the second spinoff to The Boys, they're chugging right along. There's a good chance they'll have another spinoff, depending on where they want to go with Gen V. This is the last season of The Boys, so they're going to wrap that story up, all that. But Gen V can continue with the different storyline. You have this Vault shows coming, go back into the past. I would rather them jump into the future. That would be interesting. I don't know if they did future comic books for The Boys, so that might be just me. I haven't read the Boys comic book. I'll probably read that comic book once season 5 is over. I'll go back and read that comic book and see the differences from the comic book and the show. I know there's vast differences. Um, Spoiler alert if you haven't seen The Boys yet. One of the big differences, and spoiler alert for the comic book, is Black Noir in the comic book is a clone version, is another version of Homelander. He's just not as smart, I think, in the comic book. That's what I heard. In the show, Black Noir is a whole different character altogether. He's not a clone version of Homelander. So that's an interesting take of that. But guys, that is the podcast. Thanks for watching, listening, all the good stuff. If you haven't already, go hit that like button. Go hit that subscribe button. Go check out all our other social media handles and all those good things. Also, if you want to leave us a voice message, you can do that on the link down below. Click it. I think you have like a minute, minute and a half. You can tell us anything, ask questions about sports, superheroes, or life. As long as it's not some weird shit, we'll probably answer that question. But with all that being said, thank you guys for checking, watching us, hanging out with us, all that good stuff, and supporting the channel. More clips coming soon. But until next time, guys, peace.